Picture this, you're sitting down to what seems like a perfectly normal dinner, maybe a bacon cheeseburger with a side of jalapeno poppers, completely unaware that this single meal could be setting off a cascade of cellular destruction in one of your most vulnerable organs. What if I told you that by the time you finish this video, you'll discover which of these common foods is silently orchestrating the breakdown of your prostate tissue, and the answer will probably shock you. Some of these revelations will surprise you, others might make you genuinely uncomfortable, but all of them could literally save your life. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which foods to eliminate immediately, which ones you've been wrongly avoiding, and why your future self will thank you for every single change you make starting today. Your prostate, this walnut-sized gland wrapped around your urethra like a protective sleeve, is working 24/7 to maintain your reproductive health. But here is the terrifying truth most men discover too late. This gland is extraordinarily vulnerable to inflammatory assault from specific dietary compounds that accumulate in your system with every single bite. The first food that's absolutely devastating your prostate: processed meats. This might shock you, but that convenient morning bacon, those deli sandwiches, and even those seemingly innocent hot dogs are creating a biochemical nightmare inside your prostate tissue. Here's the frightening science. When food manufacturers process meat, they inject nitrates and nitrites as preservatives. Think of these chemicals like tiny molecular time bombs. When these preservatives hit your digestive system, they undergo a sinister transformation called nitrization. This process creates unnitroso compounds, potent carcinogens that specifically target prostate cells. Imagine your prostate tissue like a pristine water filter. These compounds force that filter to process toxic waste at triple capacity, slowly destroying its cellular structure. The numbers are genuinely alarming. Consuming just one serving of processed meat daily increases your prostate cancer risk by 20%. But here's what's truly disturbing: most men consume processed meats multiple times daily. That morning bacon, lunch turkey sandwich, and evening pepperoni pizza create a relentless bombardment of carcinogenic compounds. The World Health Organization has classified processed meats as Group 1 carcinogens, placing them in the same category as asbestos and tobacco. Your prostate tissue, with its high metabolic activity and hormone sensitivity, becomes ground zero for this cellular devastation. The second food silently sabotaging your prostate health: red meat. That perfectly grilled ribeye you enjoyed last weekend initiated a complex inflammatory cascade that is still affecting your prostate cells today. When red meat hits high cooking temperatures, it creates heterocyclic amines and polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, compounds with names as scary as their effects. Think of your prostate like a sensitive smoke detector in a house fire. These compounds trigger inflammatory responses that cause your prostate tissue to swell, creating the perfect environment for cellular damage and malignant transformation. Red meat is also loaded with arachidonic acid, a pro-inflammatory omega-6 fatty acid that acts like gasoline on your body's inflammatory fire. Your prostate, sitting directly in this inflammatory crossfire, becomes inflamed, enlarged, and increasingly susceptible to cancerous changes. Studies tracking thousands of men over decades reveal a 40% increased risk of aggressive prostate cancer among heavy red meat consumers. This isn't theoretical, this is your statistical reality based on your dinner choices. Now here's the food that will absolutely surprise you: spicy foods. Everything you've been told about spicy foods harming your prostate is completely backwards. Capsaicin, the fiery compound in chili peppers, is actually your prostate's secret weapon against inflammation and cancer. Think of capsaicin like a skilled firefighter equipped with specialized anti-inflammatory tools. While your prostate battles the inflammatory assault from processed meats and red meat, capsaicin arrives as reinforcement, actively reducing inflammatory markers and protecting cellular DNA from damage. Multiple large-scale studies show that men consuming spicy foods regularly have significantly lower rates of prostate problems compared to those avoiding spicy cuisine entirely. Turmeric, another spicy powerhouse, contains curcumin, a compound that literally slows prostate cancer cell growth at the molecular level. Here's the confusion: if you already have prostatitis or an enlarged prostate, spicy foods might temporarily increase blood flow to the area, causing momentary discomfort. But this is like blaming the fire truck for the noise while it's saving your house. Spicy foods aren't causing your prostate problems, they're preventing them. Here's your definitive ranking from most dangerous to most protective. Number 1 threat. Processed meats create the most devastating long-term damage through carcinogenic compound formation and relentless inflammatory assault. Number 2 concern. Red meat contributes significant inflammatory burden and cancer risk, especially when cooked at high temperatures. Surprising protector. Spicy foods actually defend your prostate through powerful anti-inflammatory and anti-cancer mechanisms. But here's the empowering news: you can start protecting your prostate immediately with these specific action steps. Replace processed meats with wild-caught fatty fish like salmon and sardines, rich in protective omega-3 fatty acids. When you do consume red meat, choose grass-fed options and marinate before cooking to reduce harmful compound formation. Gradually introduce spicy foods into your diet if you're not accustomed to them. Start with mild peppers and progressively increase intensity. Your prostate will benefit from every anti-inflammatory boost. Your prostate health isn't determined by genetics or age alone, it is actively shaped by every food choice you make. Those processed meats are writing a story of cellular destruction, while spicy foods are authoring chapters of protection and healing. The most dangerous food for your prostate isn't what you expected, and the most protective food challenge is everything you've been told. Your future self with a healthy, functioning prostate depends on the choices you make, starting with your very next meal.